said, none of these women will challenge Garcelle because, it's a bunch of white women, which is paraphrasing Anne Marie. And so Dorit's friend is not white. And so I imagine she'll come on and say, Dorit is not a Karen. And here's why I love my Dorit if they bring her on. But I also think it's going to be a Dorit and Kyle season. I think that's the main thing. And I do think we're adding more people. And Kathy can be there. She probably will be there, but that's not the show. They need to change the show, like with an Erica, a Rinna. They need to change the show really so that it changes by the end of it, and that's not Kathy. By the way, just a segue for a second. I am sorry. Lisa Rinna had a career before Beverly Hills Housewives. She is killing it now after Beverly Hills Housewives. I mean, this Mommy Meanest. Has everyone seen the trailer that just dropped for Mommy Meanest on Lifetime? I am more excited to watch this movie than anything regarding Housewives in the past year. Mommy Meanest looks so, so, so great. So great. I'm just texting Sarah to tell her we should talk about Mommy Meanest further. If you haven't seen the trailer, watch it. It looks so freaking great. Mommy Meanest, Rinna is back acting. Did you see Andy Cohen even spoke out and gave her a huge, some people thought it was obnoxious, but Andy gave Rinna a huge endorsement and is like, post Beverly Hills Housewives, I did not foresee that Rinna would be a major force in the fashion industry to be reckoned with, that I did not have that on my bingo card. I get what he's saying. I mean, she's walking in Paris couture shows. She's sitting front row at everything. And this new Marc Jacobs ad. Now, I know you can argue she's getting the Marc Jacobs ad because of Delilah and Amelia Gray, but not really, because I mean, they're in it with her. One of her daughters is, but that's not the point. I mean, if you're off brand, you're not going to get it just because of your child. I mean, have we seen Yolanda Hadid in any ads with Gigi? I mean, Rinna's on brand. So Rinna is, she's killing it. She is literally killing it. This movie looks so great. And I think she's having a great post Housewives career. I was a huge fan of her before, loved Melrose Place. And I cannot wait to watch Mommy Meanest. Seriously. Hand to God. Can't wait. Jackson, Brittany, I've said, it's 2 months now. Do you know we've been doing this for 2 fucking months talking about the Valley coming? And when they originally started having problems, it's more like a month and a half for the Valley. But I don't know. I said it was so fake. I stand by that. I think it's fake, but I don't know. There's a lot going on that makes me think, I mean, is this as fake as I thought? So anyway, let me put my glasses on and get really serious here. Anyway, just so I can see all you beautiful people, all the people in the back row. I have to be able to see you. But Brittany has just followed, Jax went to Montreal a few weeks ago. He had an appearance. The Toms were there with him, and his publicist, Lori Kay, went. Let me just say something. So now Brittany has now, and everyone thought that like the pictures were so, like they were so together, Jax and the publicist, and people read into it. I mean, so now Brittany has unfollowed Jax and unfollowed the publicist. Jax is back in Canada. He has more appearances. Look, a couple of things are happening here. First of all, it's not so unusual for a publicist to go to an event with the clients. That's the first thing. Second of all, when they were in Montreal, that's Lori Kay's hometown. So let's just put it that there. Third of all, just so everyone knows, Lori has worked with the Toms, Kristen, Brittany, Jax forever. This isn't like some new publicist. Now you're back on the Valley. She has stood by Jax and Brittany when they were off the show. So, I mean, she has been in their lives forever. And, they're like around the same age. Lori might be a little younger, but they're around the same age. And, it's your friend, Does anyone think Sarah and I would be friends? I mean, we're working together for 4 fucking years or whatever it is. I mean, you become friends with people. That's why I have some of these housewife friends. I mean, I interview people and I work 24/7. So it's not, they're friends. So I don't know. Like, yes, Brittany unfollows them. It's starting to look more real. Maybe this is real. I mean, I know she moved out, but I don't know. I mean, would this ruin Lori's business? No, like we all get over everything. I mean, remember when Stassi was canceled? Well, I mean, now she has a third book coming out. Her podcast is back on Apple. No, cancel culture is canceled. I hate to break it to everyone. I've officially canceled it. I canceled it 4 years ago, but we just had Billy Bush on. Remember what happened to him? We were talking about cancel culture with him. It won't ruin her business, but I just think Lori is not like she's a publicist. I think she's smart. I think she understands, like, if she were to get in bed with her. I mean, sometimes love knows love, but I doubt that she's like a bed hopping in the bathroom fooling around with Jax. I don't buy it. It's a compliment to her. It's a compliment to Jax. I think Jax is smarter than we all think. You watch The Valley, you could see Jax sitting there and just producing, self-producing from within. I think Jax is producing this whole thing. And I mean that as a compliment. I think, things take off about Lori. Okay, now Brittany unfollow her. We're all watching The Valley, and this is it. It's your big return to TV. You want it to work out. We already had a little setback with Kristen. We had the episode about how awful she felt that she was fired, accused of being racist, and then the next thing you know, Faith files her lawsuit, which brings all that back to the forefront for Kristen. So I feel Jax is smarter than we give him credit for, and I feel I don't believe it. I'm going to err on the side of not believing it. It could be true, but I don't believe it. I don't believe Lori as a publicist I don't think it would risk her job at all in any way, shape, or form. I just think she's smarter than that. But Brittany unfollowed them, so maybe I'll be eating my words. Maybe the joke is on me. Before we get into a very quick round of things, so it's developing story, TBD. We don't know anything yet. It is not confirmed. Everyone is in my DMs thinking this is true, and I got no horse in the race. I got no allegiance to Jax, but I just see Jax as a family man who is trying to provide for his family, and I think he got it out of his system. I don't think he's out there wanting to fuck everything in sight. I just don't. I think that his family, his son, I think it's all for them. So creating this drama is good for business. I think he's self-producing the show from within, and I don't believe that this is true at all. Before we get into some quick rounds, which I urge everyone to go listen to. I did a huge thing on Patreon yesterday saying, is the end of Housewives and Andy Cohen's time at Bravo near? And I break it down really slowly because I keep bringing this up. I mean, it's slow. It was one. I'm impressed with my episode. I think it was one of my better episodes. I think it's just because these are the topics I like to talk about. These big